Have you ever wondered how your emotions affect your immune system? Or why two people go through the exact same experience, whether a breakup, an accident, a painful childhood moment, or even a single harsh word, and each respond completely differently? Over the years, I've explored many tools for emotional and spiritual healing, and one teacher who has deeply shaped my journey is Dr. Gabor Maté, a renowned physician and one of the world's leading voices on trauma. His insights have helped me understand myself more clearly, release old patterns, and live with greater balance and ease. And now, what better way to give back than to share this wisdom with you? Before we dive in, I want to be completely transparent. Everything I'm sharing today is inspired by the teachings of Dr. Gabor Maté. His work is the foundation, the inspiration, and the very heart of this message. Trauma is an advanced topic, and today we are barely scratching the surface. My intention is not to diagnose or go deep into therapeutic work, but to offer gentle awareness, clarity, and understanding that may help you see yourself and your patterns with a little more compassion. So, what is trauma? Dr. Maté offers a definition that completely reframes the way we look at trauma. He says, trauma is not what happened to you. Trauma is what happened inside of you as a result of what happened. That means trauma isn't measured by the size of the event. It's measured by the impact on your nervous system. Two children can grow up in the same home, yet one becomes anxious and hypervigilant while the other seems unaffected. Two adults can lose a job and one collapses emotionally while the other adapts and moves forward. It's not about strength or weakness. It's about the unseen emotional world, the templates, the expectations, and wounds formed in childhood that quietly shape how we respond to life. Trauma doesn't live in the story, it lives in the body. Not in the memory, but in the patterns that continue long after the event is over. So, how does trauma show up in adult life? We rarely recognize trauma for what it is. Instead, we say, I'm just anxious, I overthink everything, I can't trust people, I shut down when someone gets too close, or I always end up giving more than I receive. Dr. Maté explains that these patterns began as survival strategies, intelligent adaptations that protected us when we were young. A few examples of this. The over-apologizer. A woman says sorry constantly because keeping the peace kept her safe as a child. It's not over-politeness, it's a trauma imprint. Then the one who panics at a conflict. A man feels attacked when someone raises their voice. His body remembers something his conscious mind no longer does. And then the helper. Someone gives until they burn out because as a child, love came through being useful. As an adult, they still earn connection through self-sacrifice. Now, the trauma behind I can't say no. One of Dr. Maté's most powerful teachings is that many adults struggle to say no, not because they lack boundaries, but because they learned early that no led to rejection, disappointment, or emotional withdrawal. A child will always choose attachment over authenticity. The child thinks, if I say no, I won't be accepted. If I want too much, I won't be loved. So the pattern forms. Saying yes while exhausted, staying silent to keep others comfortable, taking care of others before themselves, feeling guilty for having needs, and feeling selfish for setting limits. This is not a flaw, it's trauma. It's the past showing up in the present, not as a memory, but as automatic behavior. So why does this matter? Many people say, I had a happy childhood, nothing bad happened to me, and yet they live with anxiety, overthinking, loneliness, or chronic guilt. Not because their parents were unloving, but because their emotional world wasn't fully seen or understood. Dr. Maté teaches that when our emotions were left unacknowledged, the child in us learned to adapt by suppressing parts of ourselves. Those adaptations become our adult patterns. So how do we heal? Healing doesn't always require deep analysis or heavy emotional excavation. More often, it begins in simple everyday moments. Healing happens when we pause before we react, when we breathe through discomfort instead of abandoning ourselves, when we notice this isn't the adult me, this is the child in me asking for care. Dr. Maté reminds us that these tiny moments of awareness create internal shifts that reshape our lives. Not perfection, not force, just presence. And with each gentle moment of presence, our reaction softens, our body feels safer, and we begin treating ourselves with more compassion. This is how true healing begins, in the simple return to ourselves again and again. Here are a few practices Dr. Maté teaches. Number 1, notice your triggers without shame. A trigger is a doorway. Number 2, pause before reacting. The pause breaks the old pattern. Number 3, ask your body what it feels. The body reveals what the mind forgets. Number 4, speak kindly to yourself. Your inner child still hears every word. Number 5, seek connection, not perfection. Trauma heals through safety, not self-criticism. 6, slow down. Healing cannot be rushed. And number 7, honor your no. Every authentic no creates space for more empowered, truthful yeses. I'd like to close with Dr. Maté's quote, "Trauma is not a life sentence. It is a wound, and wounds can heal. Your past does not define you. Your patterns are not your identity. And the parts of you that hurt the most are not broken. They are simply asking for attention, compassion, and presence." May the wisdom of Dr. Maté guide you towards deeper healing, deeper understanding, and a more authentic relationship with yourself, as you might want to further explore his work just as I did. Thank you for being here today. So until next time, be yourself, trust your heart, and shine your light. Thank you for listening.